What do we have here? What do I have here? What do I have here? Oh, I've been telling you. I've been telling you. $72,249 for Bitcoin. We are in price discovery. Michael Saylor bought over the weekend. Everybody else buys on Monday. We're pretty much up another $10,000 in Bitcoin over the past week and a half. Remember they shuck everybody out, 59. So from 59,000, 59, 69, no, we're over 72. So every time they shake you out, every time that dip happens, you have $12,000 pops, $10,000 to $12,000 pops from any dip. Yesterday we got Bitcoin was something like around 67,000. So we're over $5,000 from that mini dip from yesterday. It's gonna run. You gotta buy your altcoins, your crypto gaming and AI. 75,000 on. You're gonna have explosive. Everything is already exploding higher. All right, some of the ones I'm looking at, Theta Fuel, I've been looking at that since like 7, 8 cents. We're hitting 10. So I have to, we're up 10% today. I got $3,000. I got it, well, 3,000, 4,000. I got to send out, and then I'm done. I'm all tapped out. The one token I've been looking at for a little while, Seawars, that has been really melting up. We're at 5 cents now. I wanted to try to catch that around 2 cents, 3 cents. This market is just ripping my face off, just melting my face. So it's pretty much at this point, if you're going to buy crypto, you just got to buy the damn thing that day. When you have the thought in your mind to buy, the certain level of crypto, you need to just do it, because the next day in this market, it's just the price is going to just leave you. Cell Network, been watching that. I mean, 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent. This damn thing is like approaching 4 cents. Everything is just melting my face. Joe, I've been watching Joe for the past day. We're up 11%. D-Race, I've been watching that since 15 cents. It's starting to show life, up 10%, 40. Gala, we talked about Gala the other day. People have been taking some profit in Gala. Tail Token, I've been watching Tail Token. We're up 7% today. We're at 204384. That token was 5 cents. Excuse me. Oh boy, I gotta dust this room. Anyway, look at the little cat. Look at that little cat. All right. A lot of tokens are just melting up. One that I've been talking about, I talked about yesterday, was Star Atlas. Star Atlas is one of these tokens. We're almost hitting a penny now in Star Atlas, which is pretty amazing. You got to keep in mind the cascading effect. The money's going to jump into the big tokens and the medium tokens and the small tokens in the gaming sector. The AI is starting to kind of figure itself out. So there's plenty of good opportunities to just buy low in there and then ride that up. It could follow the same template as gaming, where you got the big caps, the medium, and the small. You have the real world assets that really aren't doing anything right now, so that's going to be interesting moving forward. To see that probably will just explode one day and everything will just go up. I sold my Goldfinch, and I could actually buy it back for 25 cents less than what I sold it at. So that was a good trade. Now that damn token probably go to $11. So, OpenSec AI token is down a little bit today, but that's been on the tear all week. This VXV, I've been watching that. That literally in front of my eyes just went completely insane. I've been keeping an eye on Loopering. I jumped to that. Loopering is 17% today. I have a small allocation to that. WigMe Games up today. A lot of good tokens are up today. Okay, Mines of Deloria. I've been keeping an eye on that. I think all these gaming tokens can literally just go insane. Even Nervos is taking off. Okay, so Bitcoin, we're at $72,250 for Bitcoin. In the past 7 days, we're up 10% in Bitcoin. And the last month, we are 50% up in the last month. So yeah, some of these other tokens you could have, if you would have invested your money into them, you would have made more money. But Bitcoin is something like, yeah, you're going to be making money slow, but that's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true. I'm going to I want to throw some shares out. All right, I have to share this to a couple other places. All right, I'm back. So, $72,350.20 for a Bitcoin right now. Michael Saylor says he's never going to sell. He's going to hold the asset for 100 years. He said he was prepared to ride it down to zero. Now he's prepared to ride it all the way up. All right, so I got some high eyebrows the other day when I told some people last week that I bought more Bitcoin. Not a lot of Bitcoin, but $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. Last night I was going to buy some Bitcoin. The thing is, I think most people are priced out now. You can only buy bits and pieces. Most people are not going to spend $72,355 for one whole Bitcoin. The only people that are buying that are the ones that have tens of millions of dollars, and they got other people's money to buy this in. I took the leverage risk. I didn't even leverage the whole thing. A small personal line of credit, a loan, $5,000. I didn't even take it all out. I still have, literally right now, I have about $4,000 I can deploy. So just to give you an idea, that I had this money that I could have thrown in here long ago. So back in October when the Bitcoin was like 40,000, that would have been a tenth of a Bitcoin. Now I would be, even as of, I looked at it when I sold my Goldfinch, I could have bought 0.05 Bitcoin. Now, and then yesterday it was 0.04 or something. Now it's probably 0.025 or 0.03. The point is, like, every single day I'm losing that opportunity to buy Bitcoin. And the more you lose that opportunity to buy more Bitcoin, you have to use altcoins to like leverage up and then hopefully sell at a profit and then go back in and buy. So, but there's so many altcoins that are going to explode. It makes more sense, to buy and leverage from the altcoins. So, like I said, I think this is the speculative mania is going to be insane on this bull market. It normally is in bull markets, but I think this speculatory nature of what's going to happen is going to be insane. So chances are, if you invest $3,000 in the next few weeks, this is the thing now. Bitcoin is taking off really friggin' fast. So unless there's going to be an altcoin that's going to supersede that, if this is just I can't even speak anymore. Being a speculator, or just just being a degen. Bitcoin's just going to keep on flying off. And then when it calms down, you want to get out of it and jump into the other altcoins. But then when it takes off again, you want to jump back in. So Me, I decided not to play that game. Like and merge the two ideas. I have two different distinct ideas, two ideas that are going to be playing out separately. So, what if I buy and sell Bitcoin, or if I buy and sell altcoins or whatever? That's a totally different strategy than my HODL strategy. My HODL strategy is pretty much completed right now. I'm looking at one good token. I would really like to find one or two, probably like one good token to throw $4,000 in and ride it up 10x and turn it into $40,000. That's kind of like my idea right now. I don't mind holding it. It does nothing for a while, but I need something because everything is just moving slowly, steadily forward. Every one of these tokens, I have about 30 of them I watch on a daily basis. So, Gala was doing something a little bit each and every day, and then it finally just exploded. And, you have a lot of these other tokens that are just now ripping off. You had Alex Becker with his Palm AI token talking about that, and it exploded. But that token could go to $2-3 billion market cap. It's $144 million market cap. So I'm gonna share this with one other person. Okay, we're gonna share this online. So $144 million market cap, that can go to a couple billion. And people are not really wanting to buy it because it's $1.38, but it doesn't matter it doesn't matter really how many tokens you have. If you put $2,000 into something and the damn token goes 10x, you're still 10x your money. If you buy $2,000 worth of Bitcoin and Bitcoin 10x's, that's $20,000. So it doesn't matter the vehicle. If you buy a DGen token that's a penny and it goes up 10x, that's still 10x your money. So I used to think like that, and then I would miss out on these tokens going from $1, $2 to $20, and it's a clean 20x. It's like, it doesn't matter if it's 20x in this token or that token, So what's interesting here and today, and what I have to, and probably there's millions of people around the world thinking about the same thing. So what you got going on, and what's very exciting about just Bitcoin specific, is we're gonna hit $100,000. We're gonna hit $100,000. Okay, so if you invested $4,200 in a tenth of a Bitcoin, that damn thing's gonna give you $10,000. If you were buying it when I did, between 16 and a big chunks of it, some of it I had to come in late to because I had it took forever for my iTrust Capital money to get in from one IRA to the other. So I even bought it 32,000, 30,000. So for somebody who is buying between, let's say, $16,000 and $32,000, and seeing a tenth of a Bitcoin going from like $1,600 to then $3,200 to now $7,200 just a little bit of time later. And now we're going to be hitting $10,000 per tenth of a Bitcoin. $10,000, it was $1,550 is what it was, a tenth of a Bitcoin, when it was $15,005. So, and it's not going to stop there. You'll have some volatility next, for the 100,000, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen 75,000, like Max Kaiser called it, by the end of the week. You're going to have these price movements. They're still buying. The money's still flowing. And this stuff's going to happen in waves. So the supply is nothing right now. Nobody really even knows where the supply is coming from. I think, in one other way of thinking of things, I think they created a lot of altcoins. I think they created some altcoins for specific reasons. What I mean by that is I think I could be wrong. I'm gonna get out of the sun here. I could be wrong, but I kind of think they created a lot of altcoins just to distract you away from Bitcoin. I really think like they're like, oh shit, well, Bitcoin is the real money. How are we able to do this? Well, how they're able to suck all the Bitcoin out. Because keep in mind, like, what if they actually had some regulations on altcoins where you couldn't make any of these altcoins and there wasn't anybody paying attention to them, and it was just Bitcoin out there? If that was the case, I mean, there would be absolutely no Bitcoin now for the ETFs and all that. So, a lot of these altcoins are scams, and I do treat them as such. But I don't know. I just think like a lot of these tokens, like the meme tokens, I think are really. I think there is some conspiracy with that shit. As funny as it sounds, okay. I know I'm being silly right now, but I think there's some type of conspiracy theory with meme coins, because the normal people, everybody knows a meme coin is just gambling and it's stupid. All right, everybody kind of knows that, but yeah, you're making money, okay, but look at the people who are buying that. Like, you have like the king and the slave, right? You have these venture capitalists are like, all right, let's pump this token, because they know like all these degens are going to jump into it, let them make some money, and then dump it on them. And then what are they doing with their money? They're probably going out there and buying more Bitcoin. There's probably a lot of that going on. So be cautious of altcoins. I mean, right or wrong, I'm trying to pull this up to my screen so I can see what's happening at my channel, because I want to be able to see if you guys are going to type anything. But all right, let's see. All right, so all right, I can see it now. So as you get distracted with all these other tokens other than Bitcoin, Bitcoin keeps on going up and up and up, and you're like, yeah, I'm making money. But it's almost like the turtle wins the race when you're with Bitcoin. It's not sexy. You're not going to get rich quick and that type of thing. But that's why I have a Bitcoin strategy already before my altcoin strategy, because the 100-year asset isn't Digibyte. The 100-year asset isn't Pepe token. The 100-year asset isn't Ethereum. The 100-year asset isn't Solana. The 100-year asset isn't Joe token. The 100-year asset isn't Altora. The 100-year asset isn't Gala. Okay? The 100-year asset is none of them. The 100-year asset is Bitcoin. That's the 100-year asset. Okay? That's the 100. That's if you're going to hold anything for 100 years and give it to your kids or give it to the foundation that helps dogs out or something. It's Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin. It has the biggest network. The Blue Bloods are been adopting it, and it's not my rules. It's just not my opinion. It's what the evidence is suggesting right now is Bitcoin is the 100-year asset. It's digitizing gold and stealing the market cap of gold right now. And that is with gold going up in price. I mean, you saw how the Chinese in the one mall that was all over the TV, they cleaned out all the gold. Like that's because they can't own Bitcoin, so they have to buy gold. And that's another conspiracy theory I want to throw out there. I think China, the Bank of International Settlements and the different ones, they're going to be coming in later. I think they're the ones that are going to be pushing it up to $1 million freaking dollars. I think it's a conspiracy. I think they want shit to happen a certain way, so the Blue Bloods can get all the Bitcoin first, and then when there's a little peanuts out for everybody, they're the ones that are going to be pushing it to $1 million freaking dollars. So Bitcoin is the 100-year asset. Everything in this world that we live in now is going from the old world to the new world. That's why we had that conversation that even, all these altcoins they're all going to be worth more than the United States dollar. We already talked about that stuff. Even the scam tokens that are going to rip everybody off, which is honestly, let's just put it out there. Most altcoins are the scam tokens, but there's outright criminal scams that is a Ponzi scheme, and then you got other ones, that are just same shit, But who am I to go against human stupidity? If people are throwing their money at this shit, and I know they are, so I'm just going to be a salesman of crypto. I'm buying all the cheap crypto I possibly can. And I'll sell it all to anybody who wants it. But the one thing I'm not going to be selling is my Bitcoins. I'm not going to be selling Bitcoin. I'll just say Bitcoin. I think it's kind of understood that Bitcoin is, Satoshis and all. You gotta be a little bit of a visionary. Don't be afraid to be a visionary in this world. Don't be. Look, we all have low self-esteem issues when we go through the schooling and whatnot. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is they want us to conform and act a certain way. So they don't want you to be innovative. They don't want you to be artistic. They don't want you to think for yourself too much. So be like Michael Saylor for a little bit, okay? The guy was under tremendous friggin' stress when Bitcoin dropped. His stock was $100. It's now $1,500. If you would have invested in his company, it's like investing in hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin. You would have made more money, okay? And then also the network effect and all this other stuff. You would have made 15x on your money right now if you would have put all your money into Michael Saylor's company, around $100, $200, than if you would have even bought Bitcoin. All right, so the guy's a visionary. You want to hear what that guy has to say, all right? The guy makes tremendous amount of points. You might not want to listen to the points, okay? Look, it's hard for me, and I live and breathe this shit, and it's hard for me to want to really accept what he says sometimes but it's the truth, but also I have a position that's going to be a force multiplier, okay? The altcoins, that has its own truth, okay? Whether they're scams or not, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's the narrative and it's what other people think, okay? And to provide value to other people people go to businesses to pay to make their problems go away. If you're hungry, you go to a restaurant. Your problem is you're hungry, so you go to a restaurant because you want them to solve your problem. So people go to businesses to solve problems. Michael Saylor is solving a huge problem for people, okay? The problem is these people want Bitcoin, but they don't want to hold it. So they buy his company, which also gives people, if he makes a profit, they get the profit. The profit is Bitcoin. So, so he's getting more Bitcoin. He's leveraging the debt. The debt he's taking on is cheap. I have a small loan. I'm doing the same thing because I'm inspired by him. Now, I don't know how to do, or I don't want to lend my cryptos out and then borrow more money off of that and buy more crypto, and then something happens, a black swan event, and then I get liquidated and lose all my crypto, right? Or my Bitcoin. I don't want to do that. I want to do something that's less riskier. So I got that $5,000 loan. It's like a credit card. It's just a personal line of credit. And I had to make a choice. Okay, it's 13%. So it's 13% a year. So you divide that by 12 months, and that's how much interest you'll be paying on that money. I don't even care if it's a credit card at 25%. If you can get 25% loan off your credit card company, and you got to pay 25% compounded interest, and you're going to divide that out, 12 months. Okay, Bitcoin needs to outperform, and you put just in Bitcoin. Let's just say you just bought that. You didn't put it in altcoins, right? You just put that in Bitcoin. If you just did that, all right, do you think Bitcoin is going to go up 25% for the whole entire year, the 12 months? Will it go up higher than that? Yeah. well, then it makes more sense to borrow the money, buy the crypto, and then repay back the loan at some point in time, because Bitcoin is cheaper and worth more. You can get more Bitcoin today than you can at the end of the year. Okay, as this price goes up and everything else, we're in price discovery now. We don't even know what the height is in the next 30 days. I think it's going to be $100 in the next 30, 40 days. A lot of people think the same thing. I think we're going to run right to 100, and then we're going to hit a brick wall and come back down to the end of the 80s. And then we'll fuck around a little bit, and then we're going to go way up. So if you're going to take on risk, risk is the uncertainty of what the future brings. It's the current expectation might not match the future expectation. However, when you're taking on risk, you can take on small risk. Right now, like I said, I put about not a lot of money into Goldfinch, but I put some money into Goldfinch. I ended up with a little bit of profit, and I sold it. Goldfinch, it's not one of those tokens for me. I'm just going to buy and hold forever. So now I got that money, plus I got money that I borrowed. So now I can do something. If you got $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 you can throw into a token that's decent. Anything that's decent in this market is going to rip your face off. If you want to be very conservative, you could throw all that money into Bitcoin even today. Right now, a tenth of a Bitcoin is $7,200. So you just got to do the math. And like I said, when you're doing this, like I said, it's just real simple. But Michael Saylor's doing it on a unprecedented scale. He's borrowing a ton of money at cheap interest, buying the Bitcoin, pushing the price up just because he's buying. But then you got everybody else buying. So the guy has been buying forever, and he's going to hold on for 100 years. So the supply, we're having major supply problems in Bitcoin right now. Major supply problems. It's going to be $80,000. Let that sink in. All your altcoins, your gaming crypto and AI and all your bullshit that you have, including Bitcoin, is all going to melt up like nuts. Everything that I see is ripping my face off, 10, 20%. The stuff that doesn't pop right away, like a Gala, eventually pops up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cents. Before you know it, you're up, 200%. What I'm afraid of is people aren't paying attention. Normal retail, okay? I think people have post-traumatic stress disorder. I have to also get away from my post-traumatic stress disorder. I got to get rid of it from the last bull market. I'm pretty much there, I'm all in on crypto. Pretty much I'm all in. I'm thinking about liquidating all my gold, all my silver, and just having some commemorative coins and commemorative silver. I'm thinking along those lines. And what's sad about that is I could have done that a year ago, and it's the same price practically as it is now, So it's like shit, you're a little dollar late and a dollar short, or what is it, a dollar late and a penny short or something. So, but even if you do that, you got to understand where this market's going. This Bitcoin is $200,000 is in play. I think we're going at least 2.5x from in the $60,000 range. I was saying that. And it's not going to just stop there. If you give this product 10 years, Bitcoin 10 years, you're going to be fine. It's the 100-year product. It's going to be around. It's the real true deal, and it's going to raise all ships though. But you got to have a Bitcoin strategy first, and then you have an altcoin strategy. What I'm also afraid, getting back to it, I jump around a lot, all right? So you're going to have to kind of bear with me a little bit. I don't stick with a linear template. I bounce around as things get in my mind. So this is what I'm afraid of is retail is going to treat this like any other bull market, try to like, oh, I made $1,000, sell it. And they think like everything's going to crash in 2025 and then it's going to stay down for 2-3 years, right? I hate to break it to everybody, but you got to have a 15-year mindset when it comes to crypto. And you have to have multiple strategies depending on the market condition and what's happening in the market day to day, week to week, 2 years out or whatnot. You got to have a strategy for everything. You got to have a long-term strategy, a medium-term strategy, a 1-year strategy, a 1-month strategy, and a price strategy. If it hits my price, I'm out or something. And you have to have a Bitcoin strategy. If you can just get to owning more Bitcoin today than you do next month, or you want to always continue to own more Bitcoin. Now, I haven't always been true to that philosophy. I've done a lot of stupid shit and I lost a lot of good crypto, man. A lot of good crypto. However, even though I screwed up a lot, and you have to screw up in crypto in order to learn how to do it the right way. These lessons that we're learning in crypto is what the blue blood billionaires know. And they were taught and they were passed down this knowledge, or they learned it in school or whatnot. What we don't get that download. We don't get that education. We have to learn that education from the school of hard knocks. And honestly, not all billionaires even know what the billionaires that have been fucking around in crypto know. So this knowledge of learning how to trade and being successful in crypto and then applying those skills to real estate and other assets, really, there's a lot of people that have those skills, but retail doesn't have those skills. We will never be exposed to these skills, only in crypto. So don't be upset with yourself if you already lost $1 million not playing cryptos right, or a couple million. I've lost millions and millions of dollars just by not acting, by selling too early, getting too excited, getting my dopamine fix from cryptos, that type of thing. Look, that's part of the price you pay to becoming rich, is watching all this money you're losing. How many tokens have we saw already that went from 2 cents to fucking $8? All the AI tokens already melted faces off. Am I going to beat myself up because I'm not a millionaire because I didn't jump on the AI bandwagon fast enough? No. Am I early as shit to this market compared to most of the world? Oh, hell yeah. Am I going to probably end up close to $1 million, if maybe $1 million? Probably. I mean, everything I have, if I go up 5x, that's going to be life-changing. Okay, will $100,000 turning $1,000 into $100,000, or turning $10,000 into $100,000, is that life-changing? Oh, hell yeah. For retail, for us? Oh, hell yeah. If you got an extra $200,000 in your bank account, what can you do right now? What if you had an extra $50,000? I'm telling you what, for a $300,000 house at 20% down, that's $60,000. $60,000 is life-changing. So don't get greedy. Don't look at this market as a quick pump and dump. You need to find the cryptos that are going to be your force economic multiplier for your money. And you need to stick in that vehicle, and just stick in that vehicle until the end of the year. That's all you have to do. It's that simple. And in this market of rising tides with Bitcoin, every time Bitcoin goes up, your altcoins are going to go up. Just got to give it time, okay? Just give it time. This is the most easiest way to make money in crypto today, right now, even right now, because I look at this shit every second. There's so many tokens that are so off their all-time highs. Last time we were at $69,000 on Bitcoin, all these altcoins were at multiples higher than what they are now. I mean, some of them were $100, $200, and right now they're like, $5 or something. You have Theta. I've been watching Theta. I am thinking about catching Theta. Theta was $1, under $1, then $2, and it's been sticking around $3. Now we're hitting $4, then we're going to go to $5 and $6, and before you know it, we'll be at $20. I still think you can catch Theta cheap now. We're around $3.50 right now. 10x that, you're at 30, 5x, you're at 15, 16, a clean 5x, you put $100 in it, you get $500. That's not a bad payday. There's many tokens that are going to do that. Like all these tokens, as Bitcoin goes up 10%, 10% in Bitcoin is nuts. That's $7,000. Well, I don't know. It's 70,000, 10. That's $7,000 for Bitcoin if it just goes up 10%. If Bitcoin goes up 10% and then stalls for a couple of weeks and does nothing and even goes down a little bit, these altcoins are going to go up 20, 30, 40, 50%. I've been watching it. So pick a good token that's going to stick around, that is extremely off its all-time highs. Like Gala token, I'm not telling you to buy Gala, but Gala 50, 60, 70 cents, will probably go to $1. It's 5, 6, 7 cents. It's like 7 cents right now. So something like that can go up 5x, easy 5x, 35 cents. That's cheap for Gala. You got all these other tokens, the same thing. Very cheap right now. They're off their all-time highs. But have a Bitcoin strategy first. Now, if you have no money, well, then you gotta play around with the altcoins, and then when you get your 10x's and whatnot, then you go and you buy your Bitcoin, and then you take some money out for taxes and for enjoyment. Look, my strategy is 3 different type of strategies. I will dump all my altcoins at certain periods in time. I will never sell my Bitcoin. And even if I violate that, I'm not going to sell a lot of Bitcoin if I violate that, like maybe 0.05 Bitcoin, something like that. I'm not going to, like if it's $200,000 and a tenth of a Bitcoin can give me $20,000, and then I put that 20 grand plus this token and that token, and then I put $80,000 on a $300,000 house. Now that makes sense. I gotta enjoy the money in my real life because it's life changing. But I'm not losing my mind. And like I said, that's why you want to have an iTrust Capital account. I probably should put my my affiliate link on there, because you get like $100 free crypto, and so do I. Before they were giving you free Bitcoin, $100 free Bitcoin. So I don't know if they're doing that now, but I know you get, I think it's $100. It might be different now. I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a while. But everything that I put in my iTrust Capital account, that's it, man. I'm just keeping it there. Like the only thing that I have in my iTrust Capital account will be altcoins that I'll be probably dumping, and I'll be dumping it to either buy gold, which probably won't do that. I'll probably just throw it all in Bitcoin at whatever price it is. I have Gala. That's the only altcoin I have in my iTrust Capital account. And Bitcoin, that's all I have. The reason why I have Gala is because it's a pretty good, stable token, and it's blue chip type gaming token. And I think, like I said, it's going to go to $1 is what I believe. If I'm wrong and it goes to 30 cents and that's it, hey, I'm fine with that too. And that's just to force multiply more Bitcoin. That's pretty much it, because that damn token, I know that Gala, before Bitcoin hits $200,000, that damn token's going to be $1. And I don't have enough Gala right now to buy a half a Bitcoin. So if that damn thing shoots up and it's 200,000 and that damn thing goes to $1 or something, I'll be able to buy, a big chunk of Bitcoin, even at $200,000. So that's why I'm saying, like, Bitcoin is like the big fat turtle. It's going to keep on going up and going up and going up, and it's going to go up for 100 freaking years. It's going to keep on going for 100 years. I don't know if Gala and the rest of these things are going to be around 100 years from now, but what I do know is I can make a shit ton of money in altcoins. You got to have an exposure to the altcoins, but the real deal that's you're going to be happy with yourself when you're in your 60s and 70s. I don't know, however old you are. If you're 30 years old, you're going to be, 59 and a half in about 30 years, a little less than 30 years. So what will Bitcoin be in 30 years, We don't know if any of these altcoins are going to be around in 30 years, but we do know that Bitcoin's going to be around. Like 99.9% sure that Bitcoin will be around. So, you got to have these strategies, man. You got to be thinking about taxes. You got to be thinking about how much money you really need to change your life. I personally need $100,000 to change my life in profit, let's say. That doesn't mean that as soon as I make $100,000 in altcoins profit, I'm going to dump. You know, like I will dump when the market tells me I need to dump. The market cycle is what's going to dictate mostly my decision making on when I'm going to sell my altcoins, and maybe like a 0.05 Bitcoin, which it doesn't make any sense for me to even think about that. So I probably won't even do that. What makes sense to me with the altcoins is, you know, if we're at all-time highs, I'm dumping. If we're close to all-time highs, I'm dumping. If I'm up like 10, 15x in a token, I'm selling portions of it. If Gala goes to $1 and we're already over 50 cents, I'm going to sell 10%. Every 10 cents we go up from like probably 40 cents on Gala, I'll be selling 10%. I will be locking in profits along the way. I don't care if Gala goes to $3. Soon as Gala hits about 40, 50 cent range, I will be taking 10% out, 10% out, 10% out, 10% out, and then I'll just leave a moon bag until I know like we have already crested him. Now we're in a bear market. If it even happens like that, it might just be for now on having dormant times and then pump times. We might not even ever see a crash in our lives again. Like a traditional crash of like 70% down in Bitcoin. We might not even see that ever again. It might be just that simple. All right, so we kind of talked about all that. This is, I hope we're getting it. Okay, I hope we're understanding what's going on here. All right, we were at $2.5 trillion in the overall market cap, and that was last week. We're at 2.7 trillion now. We'll probably hit 2.9 trillion soon, and the 3 trillion mark, I forget what the all-time high is, but eventually, you know, we're going to get to 3 trillion, and then we'll get to 4 trillion, and we'll be hot into the bull market as soon as we're over. I think it's 3.3 trillion was the overall market. That's going off of my memory. Soon as we pass the all-time high market cap, overall market cap, it's going to be insane. I give it this week, my friends. Look, I love y'all, okay? I give it this week. This is the last week to accumulate. I'm just going to put it out there. You got things like DigiByte and stuff that's probably going to go to 10, 11 cents or 15 cents. It's over a penny. You know, you got stuff like, because it just does the same shit year after year. You got like SIA token at some period in time, it'll probably, you know, go to 6 cents or something. That's always really slow to react. You got stuff like Tail token. That damn thing, I think, what was it, 5 cents? It's going to do it again. It's like a half a penny now or something. You know, what is it? Let me just pull up my list. I mean, I look at all kinds of, stuff that Alex Becker doesn't even talk about anymore is probably going to do insane, like Banana Gun. But the Banana Gun will probably go to over, I'm just speculating, just the way I'm seeing and I'm hearing, you know, that's going to go over $1 billion market cap. So, I mean, that could be a $300 coin right there, and it's $34. Joe's up $11 today. Used to be Trader Joe's, now it's Joe. I mean, it's $221 million market cap. That's going to go to $1 billion easy. D-Race is one of these tokens that last bull run, Alex Becker and a few other ones pumped. We got to $8. $8, and it's 40 cents. And then you got stuff like Sandbox. Okay, you got a lot of extra tokens out there for Sandbox, but okay, it hits $4. Let's just say it's going to hit $4. So if you got 10,000 Sandbox and it hits $4, that's $40,000. For a $300,000 house to put 20% down, you need 60. So one token, could give you almost half of what you need for a down payment. And in a lot of countries, all right, $40,000 is enough to buy a nice apartment. So, this is what I'm talking about. Like nobody, I don't think most of retail isn't even paying attention to, and even have a strategy. So even if you have a half-baked strategy, it's going to be better. Okay, Lush AI is down 16% today, but when this AI narrative really starts to hit, it's going to be wild. Okay, Sea Wars. We talked about Sea Wars. Okay, all kinds of crazy shit. I lost a hell of a lot of money jumping into that too early. But the damn token, it's going to take off. It already has a product. It's already, I should have, I was going to buy a bunch of it, but then KuCoin won't take American citizens anymore. So, but it's on CoinX. I don't think it was on CoinX before. It's 5 cents. Okay, yeah, you missed the boat. You could have bought it at 2 cents or 3 cents. It's $13 million market cap. Is it worth risking $100, $1,000? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I think it is. It's $13 million. Nobody's really even messing around with these low cap gaming cryptos yet. Bitcoin has to stay pretty damn high for a while before these start to run. And Alex Becker said it best. It wasn't until Bitcoin really hit its all-time high. Now, what is its really all-time high? I'm going to go out on a limb and say around 100,000 is probably the all-time high for Bitcoin. But FTX and the criminals, fucked it all up. And what happened? We got 69,000 as the all-time high. I think when we start approaching 80, 90, 100,000, and then we stay there for a little while, then the spillage happens, then you're going to have the cascading effect again, to the top, middle, and it's going to take a while for this token to pump. But already, we were under a penny, and we were sticking around 2-3 cents, and now we're at 5. So having a moon bag for this for the middle to the end of the year, for this to explode to 50 cents, is 50 cents like, that's 10x from here. That's nothing. A 10x, that's $130 million market cap. This token is still practically at its all-time low from the bear market. You got a lot of little gaming tokens like that. Probably got Epic Prime, and the rest of them are going to be like that. So you can still catch some of these tokens really, really cheap. Like I said, D-Race is one of those tokens. Will probably just take off. Okay, Tail token. We talked about Tail token. It's not even a half a penny. It's not even a half a penny. And I'm going to pull up the chart right now. This token. By the way, if you put $1,000 into something and it goes up 10%, that's $100. So you could do that all day long. Throw something, it goes up 10%. You pull it out. You got the $100 bill. You can spend $70 of it, and you got to pay, maybe 80% of it and 20% in tax, or $20 in taxes, 80. But it's fun to do that too. Throwing $1,000 into a token, waiting a week, let it go up 10, 20%, or wait until it goes up 10 or 20%. Then if you make 20% on a $1,000 bill, that's $200. Okay, your tax liability will probably be a little under $40. But you got, what I mean? You got that money, and then you go and you buy your lobster dinner, you go and splurge, you just piss the money down the drain, your profit there after your tax. Just, I encourage everybody to do that at least once. One time I put $1,000 bill into something, and it went up 3x in front of me. And I'm like, oh, whoa, And then what did I go buy? I went and bought electronics and all kinds of stuff and clothes and whatnot. So I think I might just do that just for fun, just for entertainment value for everybody on the channel. Um, I think I'll just make a bet. I'll make a bet, like a $500 bet on a token, and then when it goes up, well, I don't know, 50 bucks won't be enough if it's 10%. I would have to put $1,000 into something and let it go up, and then I would have that, and then I'll go to a nice fancy restaurant that's like $80 a person or something, and then I'll say, "Hey, it's that crypto cash," you know. I'll have to do something like that. I think that'll be fun. All right, so tail token. Last time in the bull market, tail token, tail got to over 5 cents. Okay, that's in the last bull market. That's in Yeah, that was in the last bull market. You had a spike event where it just took off. So, will it do it again? It probably will. It probably will because look, retail isn't even here yet. Okay? And another thing too, most people are starting to get their tax returns, their money, and I actually have to do my taxes. I'm going to get a tax return this year. And there's probably money there that I could be using for crypto right now if I would have been doing my taxes early. But that's what I'm saying. Like, will it go up to all-time highs? It probably will. I would say if you said, Crypto Dreams, would you take this bet? Would you put $1,000 into tail token, and risk it going to zero, or risk it going 10x? And you have $10,000, what would you do? Yeah, I would take that bet all day long, because I know what the market's doing. If you say, when this damn thing's 5 cents and you're going to tell me, would you take this bet? And I'm going to look at the market and the market's at, the all-time high. This market cycle is already tapped out. It's already where it needs to be. Bitcoin's $200,000. I'm going to tell you, no, I'm not going to take that bet. Oh, hell no. As the more the price of Bitcoin goes up, the least likely I am to have hodl bags, and the more likely I am just to trade in and out of tokens with separate money. Okay, I have my hodl position, which is called a hodl position for a reason. I'm not going to sell them until certain criteria are met. So if I'm not going to pay attention to my bags, really, just kind of like, just spot check a little bit, then screw it. I'm going to be trading in and out of these tokens. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm going to do what I did with Pirate Token. I'm going to turn a few $1,000s, let that bitch 10 to 12x on a Sunday afternoon, and I'm going to jump in and I'm going to jump right out. And I screwed up that trade. I screwed that up really bad. I was up 40 freaking grand on that trade off of like a few $1,000s. That's the power of crypto. It's going to happen, man. It's going to happen. Anyway, yeah, it'll probably go back up to close to all-time highs, if not passing all-time highs. Theta Fuel, same damn thing. That damn thing will probably just jump up. It's 9 cents. It was a lot cheaper before. Is it going to go to $1? Let's see what the all-time high was before. Is it going to go to $1? Oh, hell yeah, it's going to go to $1. That's a clean 10x from here. I mean, all these tokens, you have to imagine that you can't have Bitcoin go into 150, 200,000 or over 100,000 and have nothing happen to these tokens. Those people that are telling you that are stupid. It's the market cycle. Yeah, anything's possible. Everything can go and crash and burn tomorrow if we have thermonuclear war, if we have an EMP go off, if we have somebody attacking the United States. Yeah, I mean, of course, I'm not dumb. If something crazy happens, if something happens, all bets are off. But if everything's going to stay the same way it is now, I mean, look. So, all right, this got up to 60 cents last time in the last bull market. All right, so if it even goes up to its all-time high, you're looking at 6x. But we're in a Super Bowl, so I'm thinking $1. I think all the bets are off. I think all these all-time highs are going to look like they're going to look funny when we're all said and done here. there's still plenty of tokens you could throw money into that'll do fine. You got stuff like Heroes of Mavia. Why can't that go to $2-3 billion market cap? We're at 251 million. All right, so I think you guys are kind of understanding what I'm saying. All right, I don't think you guys. All right, Star Atlas is about to hit a damn penny. That was a half a penny. We're moving up. Let's just do this one. I think a lot of these tokens are still undervalued. And I think there's still 100Xs out there to be found. The way to find 100Xs is you have to dive down deep, and you got to be willing to take that risk. The narrative is AI, so if you just want to be silly, just go take $100. Out of $1,000, you buy 10 IA tokens, or artificial intelligence tokens. You buy all those low cap ones. You put $100 in each, and then you got $1,000 allocated. And there you go. And then maybe one of them just super bulls. And also Phantom token, I think, is going to do really well this bull market. It's already been pumping up pretty hard. But like I said, that's not going to 100x your money. There's, I think it's something. It's tokens like Star Atlas and stuff. This damn thing at the last bull market was between 20 and 25 cents. If we get to 10 cents, that's going to be a clean 10x from here. I believe 10x is definitely can happen. There is no reason why it can't. I think, like I said, you're going to have super bull money coming in here, man. You got people selling. You got people that are going to be selling their gold in their gold ETFs and their gold stocks, and they're going to be buying Bitcoin in the form of an ETF or Michael Saylor, or in the form of mining company or something. It's all going to push it all up. So that could be a clean 10x right there, Star Atlas. Nobody even knows it exists right now. It's been really super bullish. Cell token, the same thing. Okay, you have Space AI. That damn thing just 20%ed in the past 24 hours. It's $1.30. It's $1.30. This thing can go to $6 billion. It's $631 billion or $1 million market cap. If you would have put $1,000 in it in 24 hours, you would end up almost 20% up. That token for the past few days has already been up 36.66%. It's been on fire. All right. So that tells me this was like 90 cents, a dollar a little bit ago, and now it's almost 40% up. I'm telling you, if you're gonna throw anything in any of the in crypto right now, okay, Loopring, probably go to $4. We're at 43 cents. I bought like $300 worth of it a few days ago. I will be probably putting a lot more money, because I got $4,000 I got to deploy, so I'll be throwing probably a lot more money into that. That's $600 million. Like I said, it's probably a $4 token. So jumping in now, if you have, I don't know, if you put $1,000 into it now, you're going to probably have $10,000 when it goes to $4. You just buy it, throw it in there. Yeah, it can go to zero. You can lose all your money, or it goes up 10x and you make $10,000, or you lose $1,000. What I mean by losing $1,000, let's say if the token goes to zero, do you think Loopring is going to go to zero in a friggin' bull market? Do you think the scam token, strong token, you think that's going to go to zero in a bull market? No. Okay, I hate that token, but I'm saying even the scam tokens are going to go up. Okay, you have UFO gaming. I think everybody's going to jump into that type of token. Same thing. It's going up. All right. Real world assets. All right. Goldfinch was $11 in the last bull market. It'll probably go back to $11. That's probably a good 7x from here. That token is $1.48 right now. I just traded out of that token. Mine's Deloria, if I'm saying it correctly. Why can't GAT go to $1 billion market cap? It's 145 million now. So why can't this do a 10x? So, you know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. Keep your mind posted on this stuff. I have to get going. I got some stuff I got to do. Keep vigilant, my friends. A lot of money to be made, and keep patient. Get your tokens, and then relax. And then when let everybody else pump your bags up, and then when the bags are pumped, just dump. So all right, and I see no comments right now. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Talk to you soon.